Hello, everybody. Welcome to Stamp Together Saturday. We are clipping right along. I think it's episode 274. Is that what it is? Anyway, we are clipping right along at a pretty fast pace. Time just flies. I think especially in the summer, don't you think? It just goes super fast. And we are, I haven't really been home a lot these weekends in summer. This weekend, we are actually celebrating my dad's life at his victory service today, and we are enjoying it, I'm sure, reminiscing with people from the past. And he was a grade school principal and teacher for over 40 years, and so he's known a lot of people, and I'm sure we're just having a great time just talking with people and remembering things, and it's great. So I want to thank all of you who reached out with cards and well wishes and prayers. We so appreciate it, and we feel the love. So thank you so much. All right, so today we are creating a card with 3 pieces of designer series paper, and I decided to use kind of a landscape DSP so that it kind of continued across the card. So let's take a peek at what we've got going on today. First of all, the star of the show here is Splendid Autumn. It was in last year's September to December mini catalog. It has beautiful landscapes, and the backs are just subtle prints. And so I chose one that has some fresh freesia flowers in it, which I thought was really pretty. And I cut my pieces so that it would landscape across the card. However, we are going to tip, tilt, and overlap these pieces a little bit with each other. So let's start, I think, with our sentiment. And that will be, I'm just going to use from Blooming Phrases. It is kind of one of my go-to sentiment stamp sets right now. Because it's just such a pretty font. And I don't really need the whole thing because I'm going to add it to this die. And I was just going to check and see if I have those dies handy so I could show you. But it's the nested, they nest, and they're all rectangles, and they have different stitching and stuff on them. I'm so sorry. They are an online exclusive item, so you won't be able to find them in the annual catalog. But we're just going to stamp that right here. So I didn't even have to worry about mounting it all the way, as you can see. We're flying by the seat of our pants a little bit here, but that's okay. So I'm going to stamp my happy right on there like that. That's so pretty. Oh, I was going to do thanks. Oh boy. Is it going to be that kind of day? I suppose. Then we're going to add those to our fresh freesia layers. You will be able to find the sizes of all of these layers in the comments a little bit later today. So don't look for them right away because it might take until after the funeral and after the video posts to for me to get that on there. So thank you for your patience there. But look at how dainty the little layer is even around these pieces. I think it's so pretty, and it just adds a little pop of color behind here. I love fresh freesia, by the way. It was an in color, and I loved it when it was in color, and was super excited when it carried over because it is so pretty. And I love of course, the coordination with Stampin' Up, how everything is matchy-matchy. So you can see how the layer brings out the color of the flowers. There's nothing like it. All right. So we've got our 3 pieces. We've got our sentiment. And now we're going to bring in our basic white layer. I have embossed it with the Exposed Brick 3D embossing folder. And I am first going to add my outside pieces. Remember how mine make a little bit of a scene? So I'm going to add those outside layers first, and I am going to tip them so that they're a little tilted here, like so. about the same on each side, but you can vary it a little bit. Then we're going to take our ribbon next. So our ribbon is going to be wrapped around. And there are a couple different ways that you can do this. And I don't have my Stampin' Seal, which is kind of a bummer, because that's how I would typically adhere this. So let me grab some glue dots. It's been a week, my friends, but it's been a good week. So, and lots of family in town now, which I love. All right, so you can kind of do this however you want, but I'm just gonna wrap it around. Pick a spot on your DSP that you're not too worried about covering up. We're gonna cover up some more of it anyway. And then I'm just gonna wrap this around with my glue dot. You can use your adhesive, whatever adhesive you like for this. And I'm gonna do the same on the back side. I'm just gonna snag it with my fingernail. I've got little bitty flies down here, little bitty bugs. I think I might have left a mark there when I got that one. Oh boy. Okay, so it should look something like that. So just wrap it around. And then we're going to add this one right about here. So you can do it straight. You can tip it a little. I'm going to do it straight, I think. And I'm going to add that. Did I say with Stampin' Dimensionals? That's how I'm going to add it. Okay, so we're just going to I'm going to grab some ends here. And then I don't like the middle to be Stampin' Dimensional free, so we got to get them on there too. And then we'll add that just like I showed you. And we need just another piece of ribbon because we're going to make a little bow. So when I do a bow, I require about 10 inches. And I make my bunny ears, leaving plenty of space in between. So like an inch at least in between, because that allows me to do the crossing over of the bunny ears and flipping one of the loops through. So that space in the middle between the two bunny ears is kind of important. So we're gonna make our bow. Play with it a little till you like it. And I always got to poof up the loops, knowing full well they're going to get crushed when they go in the envelope. But as I always say, if it looks good going in the envelope, who cares what it looks like coming out? We're just going to add that here. Now, what I am noticing here is that because I didn't put adhesive all the way underneath the other ribbon, I'm just going to put one there to tack the whole thing. Okay. I'm happy. I'm easy to please, really I am. I promise. Okay, so isn't that gorgeous? Oh my goodness. And then we just need to add the happy, which is gonna go right across here. And once again, I'm gonna use dimensional. So we're gonna do a little double pop-up here, which is fine, even when you're mailing, because you know that it squishes down and can easily be adjusted or, pop back up again with those foam backgrounds. Isn't that pretty? Now we just need to add it to our card base. Yay! I have done kind of similar cards like this before, probably on Stamped Together, but I loved the angles on them, on those two bottom layers. I think that just makes it even a little more interesting. So there we go. Look at that. I would love to see yours in the comments below, so please make sure to post a pic if you're able to make the card. Even if it's later and you come back and watch like in 3 months, still post it in there. We want to see what you're making. Thanks for joining me today for a special day of Stamped Together Saturday. I'm trying to think about next week. I think I will be on location. We'll see. Maybe I'll have a special guest. Stay tuned. I'm not sure how the timing is going to look, but I hope to be available for you live. And if not, we'll make another great card pre-recorded. So come back and watch. It's great to have you. Thanks so much. Have a great day.